Today on Play and Display, we'll be reviewing Jitsu for the Motu Origins line, Wave 7, and we're going to ask the question, why is Wave 7 still around in the stores? Being somewhat of a new collector of action figures, what I found out though was, why am I always seeing Wave 7 Motu Universe figures? And I started thinking to myself, this is weird. I mean, the figure came out in 2002, it's 2024. This is Wave 7. Wave 14 is out now. Wave 15 is coming soon. Why the hell is Wave 7 stuck in limbo at the store? So I did a little bit of research, got on Reddit and a few other stuff. So this is all stuff I heard on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. But what turns out though, the first 6 waves happened during COVID, and production got shut down, so they only have like a limited quantity. When Wave 7 came out, they had more available resources to make more action figures, and what happened was it got overmade. So the point where the fact that that's why we still see them 2 years later. You know, Mattel never really bought back the characters, but the problem is though, I don't really see anything past Wave 7 that often in those stores. Now I'll see anything else as far as the Masterverse figures are concerned. I see new ones of them all the time, which I'm grateful for. But for as a fan and a guy who wants to get a lot of these old origins, you gotta go to the internet, and that's nothing wrong with it though. But for these action figures to get to the next generation, the younger kids, they gotta find them on their own. And a lot of times when you find figures, sometimes it is in the toy aisle, and then you gotta figure to yourself, you know, is it worth my time? Is it worth my imagination to put into though? And that's what we want to carry on as Motu fans. Make sure the next generation is happy and carries that torch the same way we did though. But without further ado though, let's go ahead and get into the review. This is going to be my honest review, and let's go. And out of all the retro style packaging, this one has the most nostalgia for me. I just remember this exploding rock I used to call as a kid though. I love this stuff right here. The bubbles on these things don't hold up that well. Also, I got this for $5, which is a good deal. Actually, it was marked down from like $12.48. It's not the fact that it's a great value, it's the fact that you guys can get them cheap everywhere. They overproduce these though, and a lot of the stores know they got too many of them. On the back here, great artwork. Just love. I can't say enough good stuff about Mattel's job recreating this artwork here, but just the figures on the back, way cool. Inside, you get a really cool mini comic. I believe all the Wave 7 figures just have the same story, but the artwork's done very, very well. And on top of that though, it's not credited, so I don't know who wrote the story, who did the art, but they did an excellent job. The majority of you Motu fans definitely know you can remove these parts here though, but the fact, like for new collectors, they can swap stuff out, really brings accessibility to it. My first impressions right away is, wow, look at the job they did on the armor though. That paint really pops. That gold paint looks super stunning though. The cool thing too is that gauntlet he has, dude, it glistens, man. I mean, that is just freaking rad. I don't know if the original one had that much detail to it though. Another thing that's got a great detail too is look at that head sculpt too, man. It's got a lot of attitude, and that's kind of his personality though. If you're a fan of reading the comics or the show, this guy's just got attitude to spare, and it just looks awesome. Especially his haircut in the back. I own his Masterverse figure, and they did that one extremely well. And he only really comes with one accessory, but it's one he only really needs, man. He's got this really cool blood orange colored sword, and it looks freaking phenomenal though. Now I got his Masterverse sword, and it's almost the same scale as far as that one's concerned. Let's go ahead and swap it out real quick, see what it looks like. Now he can hold his Masterverse sword, but I just did this for fun though, guys. I want to see if the sword will line up though. This one suits him best though, as far as, I don't know, presentation wise. Now I wish I had Jitsu when I was younger. I probably would never got rid of him though, but one of the few Motu figures I still have my Prince Adam over here. That's my original as a kid. But I kind of want to compare the articulation you're going to get with him. I mean, look at the head with Jitsu. You can go left, right, up and down. P-Man, or Prince Adam I should say, only moves left to right. Elbows move. This one, no. The only thing that moves on that one is the shoulder. The wrist moves. Down at the legs, they only move at the hip. Not only does he move at the hip, but he also, his knee can bend. He stands up a hell of a lot better than that guy does over there. And just on top of that, there's just more articulation. So what you're getting with the Motu figures is you get a better playability version of the original. And that looks like the original. So articulation is just way above what we expect. And my final review for detail on Jitsu is this. Mattel did a fantastic job at recreating the figures we all grew up and loved in the 1980s. The thing about this one though, this is, I gotta say, almost better than what it was made. It followed the script as far as like not doing anything drastic like some other manufacturers will do. but they really nailed the paint on this thing. The glove, like I said, it glistens. It looks shiny and gold like it should, man. And just on top of that, not really a whole lot of bad defects on here. I mean, there's a few here and there, but for the most part, excellent job. So for detail, give this one easy a 9 out of 10. Excellent job. And for the posability, they oversold the posability big time on this. I mean, back in the day, you didn't get much articulation. They added to it, though. They gave it moving elbows, moving wrists, knees. This thing performs a lot better. Now, if you're a collector that likes to display his figures, you can have them lined up with them clashing swords with each other, getting in battles. So much fun that way. And with that, I got to give this one an 8.75 all day on that. They took the original, they improved on it without sacrificing the integrity of the design. And now for the fun factor. Jitsu's gimmick is basically this giant metal hand that he has and one huge awesome sword. Now, he's not the only character with a giant metal hand in the motu universe, but he's definitely the coolest one, though, with it, though. So it's always the fun factor for me, personally, is going to boil down to how am I going to incorporate him with the other motu Origins figures that I got. And he's going to find a home there for sure, because I have more inspiration, I want to say, because I didn't have him growing up. So I'm going to put him at an 8.25. He's going to be in a lot of scenarios. I got a Snake Mountain. I can't wait to open it up and just incorporate him more into it, though. But still, a fun figure, though, for sure. And definitely worth picking up, though, for the right price. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thanks for listening to my rant, too, especially about the Wave 7. I just always feel like they get dubbed as a pig warmer when they're actually decent figures. So for the most part, you can still get them cheap because I guess they made way too many of them, and most department stores know it. So get your Jitsu cheap if you do decide to get one, though. But most importantly, though, thank you guys so much for the support. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Like I said, I always answer back. Like and subscribe for the newest videos. Until then, guys, be good to each other. Take care.